Over. Blow. Guys, welcome back in. Welcome back in. Tap, tap, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and get the likes up as quickly as possible. And let's knock out the daily gift goal. It's the ice cream cones. Guys, if we can do all the wonderful things, right? Tap the screen, share the live out. Let's knock out. Let's send your daily heart me. If you have not sent your daily heart me, let's get it going, guys. This is Sparring with Santana. Sparring with Santana, which is 101 debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Listen, MAGA, here, MAGA, 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 MAGA. Don't be scared, MAGA, 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 MAGA. Listen, I know I'm intimidating. I know you all are scared, but listen, don't be scared. You don't have to be scared of me. I'm a nice guy. I'm good. How are you? I'm a nice guy. Listen, MAGA, you do not have to be terrified of me. I promise you, I am here to actually just have a conversation with you, MAGA. I just need you to get in the box. Listen, if you are a Trump supporter, request up, because I realize that you guys are right. Right? MAGA, you guys are right. MAGA, you guys won. MAGA, you guys know best. With that being said, I need a Trump supporter to get in the box and come in, educate a liberal. Educate a liberal. I need you guys to get in the box and actually, tell me which one's better. 1933 Germany or 2025 United States of America. I'm a little bit confused because I see a lot of similarities, and you know what it is? I realize that I don't necessarily know things, right? I realize that the left doesn't necessarily know things. I realize that Trump supporters, that MAGA, that Republicans, that people that voted for Donald Trump, you guys are the one that knows things, right? You guys are the smart ones. You guys are the one that picked the winner. You guys are the one that knew that Donald Trump was going to drive down prices. You guys knew that Donald Trump was actually going to, slow down immigration. You guys are the ones that knew that Donald Trump was going to drill, baby, drill, and make America great again. You guys knew it. Every single one of you absolutely knew it. That's why you had the faith and conviction to vote for Donald Jimothy Trump. Now I need you to have the faith and conviction to get in the box. Get in the box. I mean, it's open. It's open. I mean, it's available. I mean, we want to hear your voices. We want to amplify your voices. To the victors, go the spoil. You all won, and now you all lead. And part of being a leader is by standing up and saying, hey, this is how things need to be done. Hey, this is how things need to be run. I think the Republican Party knows how to lead, right? I think that Trump supporters know how to lead, right? B, no, I'm not big mad. Listen, B, it's actually quite the opposite, B. I'm not big mad at all. I'm actually open to willing to listen and learn. B, I'm going to send you a request. I'm not mad at all. Listen, friend, I need you to actually give me the rundown. I need you to tell me how things should go. Hey, Alexa, stop. I'm not mad at all. Like that's the thing. That's the interesting thing about all of this. I am not upset. I am not mad. I am understanding. When you guys are in a position of power, you got the hammer. The one thing that I will always respect about the Republican Party is when they have the hammer, they swing it. And that's it. So if you are a Trump supporter, if you are someone that supports Donald Trump, if you are a Republican and you want to actually come up here and tell us how things should be done, get in the box. You got it. I mean, that's if you're not scared. So the thing that I've realized about Trump supporters, right, is that it's really easy to be loud and proud when the burden of proof is not on you. It's really easy to be loud and proud when you don't actually have to substantiate any claims. When you can just say, for 4 years. They cheated. They stole the election. You can say that everything is to blame on Joe Biden. When you can sit here and say Hunter Biden's laptop, when you can say the Clintons, when you can blame Barack Obama, when you can do all of that. But it's a lot different when you're the lead dog on the sled. MAGA, Republican Party, you are now officially the lead dog on the sled. And the point about being the lead dog is you can't be scared. You can't be scared. You can't be timid. If you're going to do it, you got to do it. And that means getting in the box, but you guys won't do it. MAGA won't do it. MAGA is terrified. MAGA is terrified. Trump is terrified. Trump is absolutely scared shitless because he has no clue what he's doing. And it's funny, we see Trump stammering and stumbling around, whether it's him going to California and Gavin Newsom poking him in his chest and letting him know this is how things are going to go. You need to actually be a president for all, not just a president for these red states. Gavin Newsom let him know in California. And then Donald Trump with his whole, we're going to do mass deportation. Mass deportation, and he's sending flights to other countries. He's sending flights to Mexico. He's sending flights to Colombia. And you know what they're saying? Nope, not at all. Tony, who stood on business? Gavin Newsom? Absolutely. B, you're awfully chatty in the comments. B, are you scared? B, I see you. Yeah, you're putting Trump, you're talking. I'm sending you a request. There we go. B, that's what I'm talking about. B, that's what I'm talking about. You said there's nothing to be scared of?
No, what's there to be scared about? You said.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question, B. Hey, B, do you know who I am?
Not at all.
Not at all. So you've never seen me before?
Never.
Ooh.
Have you seen me?
No, not at all. Not at all. But listen, okay, that's fair. That's a fair question. You're right. That's a fair question. Let me give you an introduction to me and what this is, B. If you don't mind, give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Dude.
Are you running?
You're a weirdo.
Are you scared?
No.
Are you getting intimidated already, B? Oh. Obviously, B was not ready. B was not ready. B felt the bright lights shining down on him. B realized that he stepped in the middle of the ring. B realized that this was sparring with Santana. He said, oh, shit, I got to go. Ooh, I got to go. B thought that he was going to come up here and be able to get off whatever nonsense he had click-clacking around in his head. And when he realized what this was and who I am, B ran. But guys, are we surprised? Are we surprised? Spirit, you said, wait. Or Sprint, you said typical Democrat comic. Okay, cool. I'm sending you a request. Get in the box. I want you to tell me how funny I am. If I'm a comedian, if this is funny, if I'm a joke, get in the box. Get in the box. It's so interesting how MAGA tends to actually be so brave in the chat. I've never met a bigger group of keyboard warriors in my life. For people who say that, oh, I would have served, or I believe in law and order and all this other crap, and they're just as chicken as their fearless leader. They're just as chicken as Captain Bonespur. Every single one of them. Every single one. And B was the perfect representation of that. B came up and look, B is still here. He's still watching. That's the funny thing. B, I can see that you're still watching. B is so scared that he won't even come back up. B is sitting here watching me right now, but he won't come up. You guys are cowards. No shit, I'm typing. Exactly. You're typing because you're a keyboard warrior. But guess what? This is what I'm going to do, B. This is what I'm going to do, B. I'm sending you another request. I'm sending you another request, B. I'm sending you another request to come back up. And B, if I see another comment from you, if I see another comment, I see that one. If I see another comment from you before you come back up, B, you're getting muted. Because you don't get to sit in the comments and talk. You can't be a coward. You can't hate from outside of the club. Either get in the box. Oh, block me. Don't worry. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to block you, B. I have no interest in blocking you. I'm just going to mute you. So you can sit here and you can listen and watch. You can look at my handsome face. And you can hear me talk all straight cash money trash. But you can't use your Twitter fingers. You can't type anything else, B. So now you have two choices. One, man up and get in the box. Or two, leave the live. You pick. I don't care which one. But I'm not going to watch you type. I'm not going to watch you type in the chat. I sent you an invite to come up and I said, oh, you're still here. And you said, no shit, I'm typing. Yeah, you're not going to be a keyboard warrior. Get in the box. Get in the box. You want to be a chatty patty from the comments. I refuse. I refuse. Trump supporters, MAGA, you guys are cowards. You're all scared. You are quite literally what Donald Trump wants you to be. You guys are uneducated. You guys are all scared. You don't know things. You all, as Hillary Clinton said, a basket full of deplorables. I know you don't like that. I know you don't like that. Yeah, Hillary Clinton was right. Hillary Clinton was absolutely right. Hillary Clinton was absolutely right. A basket full of deplorables. You guys have no spine. You guys have no morals. You have no substance. That's why you were willing to vote for a 34 count adjudicated rapist, a open sexist, racist, a fascist, someone who is uneducated, unintelligent, who has never actually worked a day in his life, is a horrible businessman. A horrible businessman. And someone that does not understand how things work. He lies as much as he breathes. And the only thing that he's doing is looking for the next grift. You said so was Biden, and then you put trash Megan. Megan, get in the box. As a matter of fact, Megan, I just sent you a request. Sprint, I sent you a request as well. Guess what? I'm going to start muting Trump supporters because you guys are too much of a coward to get in the box, and I refuse to let you talk in the chat. Hey, mods, if we see Sprint or Megan make another comment without getting in the box, mute both of them for the entire live. Don't block them. There's no need to block them. You can either watch as I continue to bash your fearless leader. Megan, that was it. Yep. Megan, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. I'm going to mute you, Megan. Now, Megan, you now have the choice as well, right? Either you can get in the box or you can leave. I don't care which one. Megan, I genuinely don't care which one you choose. Because the simple fact of the matter is I am tired of cowards. I am tired of unintelligent people who can't do anything but hide behind a screen. You guys hide behind random profile pictures. You guys hide behind random names. You hide behind burner accounts. You're so bold in comments. You're bold in the chat. You're bold on videos. You're bold in my DMs, but you won't be bold enough to get in the box because you're a basket full of bitches. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. MC, you said no one cares? MC, you said no one cares? Get in the box, MC. Get in the box, MC. Let's see how much you care, MC. Get in the box. There we go. MC, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, of course. I'm only going to be here briefly, though.
Okay, cool. Let's go. Since you're going to be here briefly, let's go ahead and slap you around. Hey, MC, why is it that gas prices are so high under Donald Trump? Why is it that Donald Trump is actually starting conflicts with other nations and putting unwanted tariffs on other nations? Hey, MC, do you drink coffee?
I can't stand coffee.
You can't stand coffee. What about fruits, nuts? Do you eat fruits? Do you eat nuts? Do you use aluminum? Do you are you prepared for higher prices because Donald Trump is threatening 25% tariffs on Colombia because they won't take deported flights?
Well, to deport their criminals back to their country.
They're not criminals. It's super interesting. You know what's funny? You guys talk about deporting criminals, but yet Donald Trump is willing to actually let all the criminals out and let them run through the United States. Hey, what about those 1,500 criminals that Donald Trump pardoned?
Yeah, they were protesters.
No, protest my ass. MC, they broke into the Capitol building, overran the police in the Capitol building, hung the Confederate flag, smeared shit on the walls, and then hung up a noose screaming, "Hang Mike Pence." You say that was protesting?
Yeah, just like the 2020 protests throughout the whole summer.
Are you talking about BLM where they actually burnt down buildings? How many people unalive from that protest?
Yeah, I mean, quite a bit. I mean, you remember?
Absolutely not. Tell me how many unalive from that protest.
Yeah, I know one person during the J6. One person was unalive by
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt, yeah, she did.
Who pretty much
Ashley Babbitt flew in on Delta and left on Spirit because she did not respect the Capital City Police. They're all a bunch of terrorists. They're terrorists.
Right. Why didn't Nancy Pelosi didn't call the National Guard?
Nancy Pelosi was not in charge of the National Guard. Donald Timothy Trump was. You don't know how things work. You don't know how things work. You don't understand how the actual infrastructure of the government works. Donald Trump is responsible for the National Guard in Washington, D.C.
It was her building. But it was her building, though.
Because she was the Speaker of the House. Donald Trump sat there for hours and watched people ravage the Capitol and would not tell them to go home.
It wasn't that bad. Have you seen all the new footage they released last month?
I've seen all the footage. Have you seen the first-hand footage? Have you seen? That's absolute BS. There was no one letting them in. They broke into the window. They stormed in.
And then at the end they say, "Okay, time to go, guys." And they say, "Okay."
After Donald Trump said, "Go home," and they immediately turned around and left. That's because you guys are in a cult, and your cult leader said leave, and so you guys left. Hey, where were you on January the 6th, MC?
No, I was watching TV. Actually, I was working that job. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Like, look at those.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I feel like you're giving real, domestic terroristy. You're giving real J60.
I'm a true believer of democracy. I mean,
please, you don't believe in democracy. You know why you don't believe in democracy? Because you're okay with Donald Trump violating people's constitutional rights.
No, of course not.
Donald Trump violated the Second Amendment right, and he's also violated the 14th Amendment right, and you're okay with both of those.
He was never found guilty on that.
Never found guilty on what? What are you talking about?
14th Amendment. He was never been found guilty on any of that.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
The insurrection you're preaching about?
No, see, again, you guys don't know things. You're talking
about the birth thing. I'm sorry, I'm a little half asleep. No, it's going to be a challenge.
The 14th Amendment, him trying to end birthright citizenship. But how about the Second Amendment? Hey, are you a 2A card member, card carrying member? Do you believe in 2A?
Oh, yeah, if it's fair. I thought you were talking about...
Wait, you don't know what 2A is, do you?
I thought you were talking about the so-called...
Do you know what 2A is?
Yeah, two-way street. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Did you say two-way? Did you say two-way street?
I'm just fucking with you, dude. Honestly, with the 14th Amendment, we're going to challenge that at the Supreme Court.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what 2A is?
It has a lot of meaning behind it.
What is it?
It's a broad question.
What is it?
Two-way conversation, two-way road.
2A.
Oh, to
Alpha.
Alpha. Okay, now that makes sense. No, not really. Enlighten me.
This is how I know you don't believe in the Constitution. This is how I know you don't believe in democracy. This is how I know that you actually don't know things. 2A is the second. Absolutely. The Second Amendment. Donald Trump violated the Second Amendment. Are you okay with that?
How is he violate? I'm all about supporting.
Cool.
The right
Donald Trump actually instituted a bump stock ban, which was found unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. They said that it violated 2A. Donald Trump is the last president of the United States to actually infringe on the United States Constitution twice, and specifically trying to actually infringe on our right to bear arms. And you're okay with that, MC?
I got to read more about it, but I know he's a very strong supporter.
When's the last time you read anything about anything, MC?
I mean, really, it's a backstory. No one cares.
How is a backstory? How is a backstory? It went all the way to the Supreme Court. How is that a backstory?
Because it's just another lame duck fucking argument. I mean,
how is it a lame duck argument if our constitutional rights were violated and the Supreme Court, which is Republican leaning, said, no, Trump, you can't do this? How is that?
Yeah, as I said, you have the right to bear arms. It's the Second Amendment. There you go.
Donald Trump doesn't believe that.
How so? Last I checked, he does.
I literally just proved how so. What are you talking about, MC?
It's a back article, dude. I can't give
How is that? Just because you don't know things and you've never heard of it doesn't mean it's a back article.
Right now, right now, we're talking about deporting criminals out of the country, securing the border.
How is he going to secure the? How is he going to secure the border?
Democrats, they want to talk about some article.
How is he going to secure the border? No, the problem is that you all don't actually respect the Constitution, and you rather actually bend the knee to your dear leader than actually protect democracy. That's the problem.
Democracy. I mean, we voted. Right?
Tell me how you love. Tell me how you love democracy.
I mean, how is it Biden's ratings were so terrible at 38%? That debate back in June last year.
I don't give a shit about Biden. Terrible. Biden didn't run for president.
Okay, but you guys
I don't give a flying flip about Biden.
Real conversations we should be having right now.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah. You know what's funny? Hey, you know what's funny? Tell me why gas prices were so high under Joe Biden versus where they were under Donald Trump.
Well, because the Europeans sanctioned Russia.
Nope, you're absolutely wrong.
Relying so heavily on
you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Not to rely on Russian oil.
You are absolutely wrong.
Okay,
MC.
where else are they going to get their oil from? From OPEC?
MC.
Purposely cut
Boom.
back on production.
OPEC. Exactly. No, wait, hold on. You see, so you knew. So you knew, but you didn't want to say it. You said OPEC cut back on production. Why did OPEC?
And why is it? Why are we relying so heavy on?
MC. Why did OPEC cut back on production?
Just to maintain the bullshit price.
That's a lot. That's a lot. MC.
Why the fuck you lying?
How am I lying if we're not energy independent?
Oh my god.
Stop terrible soundtrack. What the fuck?
You are absolutely lying. You are absolutely lying. MC, you know that was a lie. Donald Trump went to OPEC and had them actually cut production for 2 years. Donald Trump threatened OPEC and said he would actually pull military support if they did not cut production for 2 years. You knew that OPEC cut production and you decided to actually leave that out. MC, are you dishonest?
Why would he care?
MC, are you a dishonest person? Can I no longer trust you to have a good faith conversation, MC?
Oh, of course, I'm very honest.
It feels like I can't, because I knew you knew, but you didn't do it.
We can have a good, decent conversation.
Okay, so then listen, MC, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I listen, MC. I know a lot. I know a lot. Okay. So MC, tell me why grocery prices skyrocketed under Joe Biden.
It was all that free money we poured in the economy.
Oh, there you go, MC.
All that free money.
What free money?
Back production. And
what
labor,
free money?
What was it? We only had one meat processing.
What free money?
During 2020, I think it was in Coldwater, Michigan, wasn't it?
No.
There was such high demand for meat. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You know what happened? Stuff. You know what happened? Donald Trump started a trade war with China, and so China actually stopped importing farmers' goods, which hurt farmers in the United States, a lot of these local farmers, these legacy farmers, could no longer sell their products. So you know what they had to do? Sell the farm. And who did they sell the farm to? They sold the farm to the big farmers, these big companies. And you know what happened at the same time that C-19 was occurring and Donald Trump was forcing farmers to sell their farms? The supply chain collapsed. And then those farmers, those big farms went to the actual stores and said, hey, we're going to raise the prices. You couple that with the fact that executives then noticed that, hey, we can take products like Gatorade, and instead of selling these big bottles for $1.69, we can sell the small bottles for $1.69, and we can pump up the prices because there is inflation, and nobody's going to know that there's inflation worldwide. Donald Trump trade policy, his tariffs that he placed on China, choked out the small farmers, which caused grocery prices to skyrocket. Donald Trump is the reason why a gallon of eggs, yes, I said a gallon of eggs, are like $15 now.
Yeah, apparently it was an 18% tariff. It's actually been very effective. I have a video on my
How's it been very effective?
Because by 2020, China couldn't keep up. And at the end, by 2020 of February, they gave in and they signed the deal.
How is it very effective? Wait. How is it very effective if they choked out legacy farmers and then Donald Trump, exactly, Donald Trump had to actually subsidize them. Exactly. You are absolutely, MC, you are absolutely right.
Because they're overstocked with oranges.
No, the simple fact of the matter is they've never been able to actually recover, and the government has to keep subsidizing them because Donald Jimothy Trump made a horrible decision by choking out farmers.
Right, and and they were subsidizing even before the turf war started. You know, down in Florida.
No, it was not. It was not to the level. It was not to the level of what it is now. And again, that's even after legacy farmers went out of business. You're absolutely wrong, MC. You're being disingenuous again.
Why did Biden put a tariff on the electric cars in China? He was all.
Oh, that's simple. Energy, right? That's simple. Yeah. Joe Biden put a tariff on the electric vehicles coming out of China because he wanted to slow down the production and allow us to actually be able to build up our EV infrastructure in order to be able to manufacture them here in the United States. That's exactly why he did it. He didn't do it because he was in a quote unquote trade war like Donald Trump. There's a huge difference.
Right, and Ford's not even using their investment. In fact, most of those electric production is on hold right now for 2 years. It's a joke.
Yeah, if they're on hold, that's because of the actual issues. Again, Donald Trump caused when it came to the actual steel manufacturers, his tariffs affected steel manufacturing as well. Donald Trump has done this tariff game before. It's insane that you guys for some reason think that Donald Trump is going to be able to do something that he's never done before, which is govern.
DW News had a report on it. I even pretty much scratched the video on my file. It's been effective. Actually, it's going to be up to 25%.
How has it been effective?
They couldn't keep up.
How has it been effective? So wait, what do you deem as being effective? Do you deem that American businesses fail? Do you deem that's effective when American businesses fail?
Outside the country.
No. American business inside of the country. When you have manufacturers like John Deere saying that we have to leave, when you have legacy farmers closing down, where you have millions of Americans being affected by his tariff, you know that Nissan, after Donald Trump got elected, when they realized that Donald Trump was going to start tariff wars, that they started to lay people off and making sure they were prepared for Donald Trump tariffs. You know that so many companies didn't give Christmas bonuses because they wanted to buy a year's worth of inventory before Donald Trump implemented his tariffs. You know that people didn't get Christmas bonus. People been getting laid off. They're not getting yearly bonuses because Donald Trump, the threat of tariffs, and they understand that tariffs are going to cripple the country. But you know what? And MC, I'm not even going to loop you into this group because I can already tell that you're smart. You might be disingenuous, but you're smart. But most Trump supporters didn't even know what a tariff was before the election.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, really. But we put it this way: the amount of jobs we have been losing for companies deciding to go overseas, I think, is a lot more damaging. I mean, how many thousands of manufacturing jobs left Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana going to Mexico and China?
Why?
You know,
why do they leave?
Exploit labor and cheap taxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
so yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean,
if they're going to exploit cheap labor, Yeah, they should be tariff, especially when they decide to take American jobs.
So how do you correct that, right? Because tariffs isn't it? Did Megan run? Megan ran.
It actually does work.
Megan ran. How?
And also you got to provide a fair tax plan.
Tell me how. Oh, a fair tax plan? You mean lowering their taxes even more, even though they've had multiple tax cuts?
Yep.
So you want to drop the tax rate on corporations again? What do you?
Why would you want to put a 50% tax, 45% tax on?
When was there a 50 or 45% tax on corporations? Hey, what was the corporate tax rate under Barack Obama?
Yeah, but your people like Bernie Sanders want 45.
Yeah, is Bernie Sanders president?
Well, that's pretty much what the far left wants, right?
Is Bernie Sanders president? Is Bernie Sanders president?
Thank God, no.
Okay, cool. What was the corporate tax rate under Barack Obama?
It's about this. Was it like 32? Sounds about right. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I don't remember, but I know.
Yeah, the corporate tax rate.
It was like anywhere between 28 to 30. I know it was around that.
28%. 28% under Barack Obama, which all those companies were making record profits. They were doing amazing. Business was up, and then Donald Trump came in because he wanted to actually get a tax cut for himself and all of his billionaire buddies, and actually implemented a lower tax cut. And he sat there and lied to people. MC, again, you may be disingenuous, but I know you're not dumb. You may be just you may be disingenuous, but you're not dumb. He came in and cut taxes, and they told us that it was going to be trickle down. They said it was going to trickle down.
But we had to, though. You haven't heard about the economic crash in 2008? We had to. It makes no sense.
Who calls that?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to tax the markets.
MC, who calls that economic crash that you just mentioned?
So obviously he's
MC, who calls the economic crash that you just mentioned?
Too much free money.
No. Again, I know that you're disingenuous, but you're not dumb. You're not dumb.
Pay back their loans. What do you think?
MC, who calls that economic crash?
It was toxic investments.
Come on, if you're not going to say, are you going to make me give the answer? Are you say it again?
How can you not remember what happened in 08?
Oh, I remember what happened in 2008. Okay. I remember George W. Bush giving a massive tax credit or a tax cut to all of his rich buddies, because the Republicans love cutting taxes, quote unquote, cutting taxes, but not cutting taxes for the normal everyday people. I remember him cutting taxes, and then I remember him starting two wars, which caused that mess. Couple the wars with also those tax cuts, and it crashed our economy. And you know who had to save that? You know who had to save the banks and save the auto industry and save the housing industry? Who had to save all of them?
Right, and Bush was part of it. It was part of the TARP program.
Who had to save all of those industries?
Both Bush and
Obama. His name.
It was both of them.
No, it wasn't. Bush didn't save shit.
Yeah, have you heard about the TARP program? It was from his administration.
Bush
Obama
didn't save shit.
Yeah, he did.
Barack Obama spent the first 4 years of his administration cleaning up the mess that George Bush created, and then after that, he spent time fighting uphill against Mitch McConnell, trying to pass additional legislation. That was the name of
the program. It was a financial program.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. You're speaking nothing but truth.
Hold on one second. Young leader, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell no.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop you down. Listen, guys, this is Sparring with Santana. This is one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. I am only talking to Trump supporters like MC. Well, there's not many Trump supporters. Well, I don't know. Yeah. MC is smart. Listen, chat. Yeah. I will give it to you. I will give it to him. MC is smart. He may be disingenuous, but he's at least smart. I don't think that we have that many smart Trump supporters, but if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Also, guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up to 150 shares. And also, let's knock out the daily gift goal, which is the hot peppers. We got MC up here. He's being disingenuous. He knows what the deal is. Matter of fact,
handle the truth.
Come on, MC. Tell me where I lied. When have I lied?
Let's go back this time last year. I mean, you guys told me Joe Biden was your guy. Mm-hmm. You know, he's the man who's going to defeat Trump and this and that. And, You saw that debate back in June last year. It was terrible. Honestly, I even feel bad for the old man.
I don't.
You know,
I don't.
He was choking.
I don't.
And then in the last,
you know what I will give
you
you, MC?
Parachute Harris.
You know what I will give you, MC? Because I'm not disingenuous. Joe Biden should not have been running for a second term.
That's what you guys should have said a year ago.
But you know who else should not have been running? Donald Timothy Trump.
But
you know why
anyway.
though? Exactly. But you know why? They're 3 years apart, and people love to talk about quote unquote Joe Biden's cognitive decline. But literally, Donald Trump is out here talking about sharks and tornadoes and batteries and Arnold Palmer's junk and Hannibal Lecter. And he's talking like insane things. And you're telling me this is the man that's supposed to lead us for the next 4 years? He is the oldest person to come into the presidency to start his term. You think that's okay?
Oh, yeah. And there's plenty of reasons why. People were voting with their wallets.
No. It's why? It's because people don't know things. Again, I'm not lumping you into that, MC, but most people that voted beside you don't know things.
Well, people vote with their wallets this time.
No, people voted with their feelings. They voted with the feelings in their tongue.
I mean, how many people can afford a house making $50,000 a year right now?
Why is the housing market in such a shambles?
Yeah, I mean, it's
no. Don't say yeah and just keep moving, MC. Why is the housing market in shambles?
Yeah, no. As I say, when you're dealing with a housing shortage and on top of
MC
money you pour into,
okay, so you're going to be disingenuous on this point as well. So we know for a fact, but who deregulated the housing market?
It was too much free money into the economy.
Who deregulated the housing market?
Huh?
Who deregulated the housing market?
Oh my God! Did we just came out of a shutdown?
Who deregulated the housing market?
Biden had 4 years.
Who deregulated the housing market?
Fix the problem.
What?
He had 4 years.
Who deregulated the housing market?
I mean, honestly, dude, if you can't figure it out why Biden couldn't fix this for the past 4 years and why his approval ratings at 38%,
MC. So you're just gonna refuse to actually answer the question, even though I know you know the answer. This is the funniest thing. Again, I would not fault you. I would not fault you
why
if you didn't know.
Why couldn't Biden fix it?
We can talk about that, but answer the question first.
I mean, really, honestly, you can play the blame game.
MC, no, I'm not playing the blame game. I'm setting the stage. Who deregulated the housing market?
I mean, if you go back to 2017, if you made $50,000 a year, you could afford an easy $200,000 house. Today, you can't even do that.
Why? Why?
Yeah, because the equity is so high.
Why?
Yeah, the job markets that Biden has created is a joke.
That's absolutely incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and read this off, MC, and then I'm going to do something that you refuse to do, which is answer the question. Hey, guys, W's in the chat for Martha. Martha sent, hold on one second, MC. Hold on one second, MC. Oh, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down like a 12 gauge for
because
you.
Honestly, it's impossible.
One second. W's in the chat for Martha. Martha sent a $5 donation saying, I love your lives. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation, Martha. You are absolutely too kind. Thank you so much, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Oh, there we go. Santana Speaks 24. Best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is welcome. With that being said, MC, Donald Trump has deregulations that actually gave the corporations the ability to do a couple of things, right? They no longer had to wait that moratorium period where if a house hit the market, they could immediately put a bid on that house versus where they used to have to wait. He also cut the regulations when it came to the amount that they could offer. So what did those corporations do? Those corporations went into neighborhoods, went into cul-de-sacs, and bought up all those houses. Those houses that you were just referring to, MC, that cost $200,000. They said, I want to buy this house for $300,000. And you know what that did, MC? That kept people from like you and me from being able to actually compete, because why would we pay $100,000 more for a house when it's just unreasonable? But the corporations who have the extra money bought up all those properties and actually inflated the housing market, inflated the actual cost of those houses, because then they then took those houses that they bought for $300,000 and said, this house is worth $400,000. This house is worth $500,000. And people, everyday people like yourself and me, we couldn't buy those houses, coupled with the fact that inflation was up due to the supply chain issue and the fact that we had just come out, like you said, just came out of C-19, interest rates on houses were sky high because the Fed was trying to actually help tamper down inflation. You know this, and I know this, MC.
Are, but you just answered my point. I mean, supply chain, key word. When you're dealing with an economy with their short of material and labor, and there's high demand when people have money, of course things are going to go up. Like, for example, if I'm going to give every man, woman, and child in America $1 million, and everyone wants to go out and spend money, you think the guy selling cheeseburgers is going to sell his burgers for $6, or he's going to sell it for $200?
No, you're absolutely right. But what happens when? What happens? Wait. What happens? What happens when instead of you having 5 guys that you can go to for cheeseburgers, you now have 20 guys selling said cheeseburgers? Do you have to worry about them raising the prices to $200 for those same cheeseburgers?
Because there's no high demand. Everyone has it.
Hey, what did Kamala Harris want to do to actually help stimulate the housing market?
She never really gave out any details.
Yes, she did.
What's the problem?
Yes, she did.
She didn't give out nothing.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
MC, okay, you're so disingenuous.
I guess you got the answer because
I got that. MC, what if I not had the answer for you yet?
I didn't.
Kamala Harris wanted to actually issue a $25,000 tax credit for those people, those new homeowners or new home buyers. But not only that, she actually wanted to build an additional 3 million houses within the United States. So because people were saying, oh, if you give a tax credit, same thing that you said, you give everybody $1 million, cheeseburgers are going to go from $6 to $200. Kamala Harris said, yeah, okay, cool. We're going to put more houses up. We're going to give subsidies. We're going to encourage builders to build more houses on more land so people can't raise those prices sky high. So people can take that $25,000 tax credit that was given for new homes and actually buy a home and not be price gouged. Kamala Harris had plans for price gouging. Donald Trump, he says drill, baby, drill is going to fix all of our problems, but my gallon of eggs is still $15.
Yep, he's going to fix all that.
How? How is he going to? No, MC. Okay, cool. Yep. I'm going to let you theorize on this one. Tell me how he's going to fix it.
Well, pretty much bring down the prices as being as energy as dependent as possible.
Explain that, because I've heard that. Explain it. Explain how is energy going to?
Before I answer that, Harris had 4 years with Biden to make that all happen. I mean,
MC,
he did increase the interest rate to 7.2%.
MC.
I mean, why couldn't he go up to 13%?
MC.
To slow down the cost.
MC.
But he didn't do that. I mean,
MC.
Reagan did it back in the 80s.
MC.
So there you go.
What's the role of the vice president? What's the job of the vice president?
Yeah, to work with Biden.
No, it's not. What's the job of the vice president, MC?
The problem. He had 4 years.
MC, what's the job of the vice president?
Oh my God, dude! I know you're dodging that question though.
No, I'm not dodging anything. I asked you a direct question.
Dude. 4 years is a long time.
Cool. What you said? No, you said why didn't Kamala Harris get this done while she was in office? I mean, that's what you said. You said that's what you said. You said that, MC. What is the job of the vice president?
Yeah, my God, it's common sense, dude.
It is. Answer now. Answer.
Yeah, I mean, the main question is why did she lost?
No. We'll go to that one next.
It's not even. Everyone knows what the vice president does.
Apparently not, MC, does. Because you just made a proclamation.
Branch, dude. Come on,
you made a proclamation as if she could have actually implemented those things that we were just talking about as the vice president.
He was using his agenda.
Were you being disingenuous? I mean, were you being disingenuous, or were you trying to lead the conversation?
Keeping phone calls. Yeah.
Were you being disingenuous, or were you trying to lead the conversation?
Oh, of course not. But I say it answers the question why she lost. 4 years is a long time.
That's absolutely not. That's absolutely not right. So I'm gonna answer this question. And then we can talk about why she quote unquote lost. Because MC, you're being disingenuous. Matt, are you a Trump supporter?
I keep losing a connection. I'm sorry.
No worries. Matt, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
Okay, hold tight for 1 second. I'm going to answer your questions, MC, because you're being disingenuous. And MC, I'm going to see if Matt is disingenuous. Like again, you're smart, but you're damn sure disingenuous, MC. Holy smokes! MC, are you a politician?
No, I just read a lot.
You got to be a listen, chat. Tell me, MC doesn't give off politician vibe. Every single.
I should probably. I probably should run for office.
No, you shouldn't.
Why not?
No, you should not.
You'll vote for me, right?
Whatever, dude. W's in the chat for Lorenzo. Lorenzo sent a $10 donation to say, "What did you say? I'm a Vietnam veteran. I lost my eyesight and got burned. You're doing a wonderful job. Trump with the coward." And Trump was a coward and never went to Vietnam. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Lorenzo. Lorenzo, thank you so much for that $10 donation. Seriously, that really means a lot to me. Also, thank you so much for your service. You're absolutely amazing, Lorenzo. Thank you for that. And you're absolutely right. Captain Bone Spurs was and still is a coward. With that being said, guys, tap the screen, share the live, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. So the job of the vice president is to be the president of the Senate and to be ready if there's ever a situation where the president is unalive. You know those two things. You know that Kamala Harris cannot pass any type of quote unquote actual legislation or implement any of her actual plans as vice president. You knew that, MC.
Yeah, of course she can work with the government. You know,
yeah, she can, but she can't. For you to say, why didn't she do all of that while she was in power? You know why she didn't do that.
Yeah, she could have broke some deals. You know, she could probably move.
And she did. You know where she actually brokered a deal? She brokered a deal in the Northern Triangle with those Northern Triangle countries, which helped slow. She was tasked with finding out what was the root cause of migration to the southern border. She actually went to those Triangle countries and actually brokered multiple deals, infusing additional money, which slowed down migration. And then she stopped back in Mexico and got money from Mexico to help build that border wall that Trump said he was going to build. Matt, do you know about that one, Matt?
We're going to rebuild that wall. I don't even think she's even been to the border.
Stop it. She was the AG and a senator of a border state. She visited the border multiple times. Matt, do you know about the border?
Why do you think Joe Biden did a better job at the border than Trump? We all know that's not true.
We absolutely do. Simple fact of the matter is Donald Trump is absolutely true. The simple fact of the matter is Donald Trump had massive border crossing numbers prior to C-19. So much so that he had to actually reroute funds from the Army Engineer Fund and also from FEMA to help support his border wall. And he went to Congress begging to pay for his border wall.
And he shut it down.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You know what shut it down?
He shut down the government because he didn't get what he wanted.
Like a big baby.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Like a big baby, and he still didn't get what he wanted. You know, the only reason that the border crossings slowed down. What slowed down the border crossings, Matt?
The xenophobe bans you guys said.
Absolutely not.
That were so
okay.
Racist
So guys, we got two types of Trump supporters up here. Got two types of Trump supporters up here.
Bans.
We got two types of Trump supporters up here. We got MC, who knows things, but he's disingenuous.
Oh yeah.
And then we have Matt up here, who doesn't know anything, but he's at least genuine. Got two types of Trump supporters.
Man, I tell you.
Hopefully, if we put both of them together, we can actually get a coherent thought between the two of them.
Unbelievable.
Let me read these. Hold on, both of you stop for a second.
Hold on.
Who built those detention centers?
Hold on. Let me read off my donations. Chill for a second. Just a second. W's in the chat for Keith. Keith sent a $5 donation and say, great connect from Red Boy. I'm not sure what that is. But thank you for the $5 donation, Keith. I really appreciate it, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, best way to support the live. Also, guys, follow me on all of my socials. I got my Blue Sky, I got my Twitch, I got my YouTube, and also just an FYI, I actually open my Instagram up to the public. Yes, Santana24J. If you are on Instagram and you're not following me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. There's pictures and videos and all this other stuff back to, I think it's all the way back to like 2017 or something. So you can actually learn more about me. There's some up-to-date videos, and I will be posting more on Instagram as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. Let's go ahead and build that up as well. Matt, do you know what Title 42 is?
Yes.
What's Title 42?
It's an executive order that Biden dismantled on his day one.
Yeah. See again.
Yeah.
You don't know things.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
remain
that's
in
exactly
Mexico.
what he did.
MC.
He dismantled
MC.
it on day one through
No,
executive order.
no, he didn't. No,
Yes,
he
he
didn't.
did.
No, he
Of
didn't.
course he
MC.
did.
What's Title 42?
It's remain where you're at in Mexico.
No, it's
Which-
not. MC. Stop it.
I have no problem with
You are being
42.
disingenuous.
I think it's a great law.
MC, you gonna stop playing in my face.
You know, Trump actually signed that back into law. You know that.
No,
right?
yeah, he's trying to, but it's gonna be deemed unconstitutional. Stop playing in my face, MC.
I think it works.
See now,
Our
hold on,
system's
hold
overloaded
on,
right now.
MC. Now you
Yeah.
listen. Now you got Matt going to search for something because Matt doesn't know what it is. Now he's trying to go look it up to verify because now he's probably like, oh, it is remain in Mexico. Stop playing with your people.
Hey, it's been a very effective thing. I think it's a great thing.
No, stop playing with your people.
I
Now
think
you
it's
got
a
Matt
beautiful
going
thing.
to Matt's teacup
Yeah, see,
and then
Matt's
try to go
gonna look
find
it up
sources.
because he's just as curious as anything else.
No, but then he's gonna come back and demonstrate the stuff that he doesn't know. See,
Yeah.
you see what you're doing, MC?
Yeah.
How you
You're
putting a
right,
hit
you're
out on
right
your
about
own
the
people?
nonsense.
You out here putting a hit out on your own people, Matt. And look now, Matt. Oh, look what you did. Look,
God damn
no,
it. Yeah.
this MC, this one's on you. No, hold on, this one's on you.
No, he has to. You know the what? Yeah.
This is on you.
Oh man, you gotta play that playlist, don't you?
And the bass keeps running.
Unbelievable. You have to play that one song, huh?
He ran. You know, because you sat there and you told him a lie, and then he started to Google and he realized that he really didn't know things.
It was truthful. We all
Title
know
42 was the executive order shutting down the bill, which was actually in place due to C-19. As soon as C-19 was actually deemed to be over, the Biden wanted to keep it in place, but could not because the Supreme Court said that it was no longer viable since there was no longer a quote unquote pandemic. Remain in Mexico was a completely different thing, which was ended because again, the Supreme Court gave not a ruling, but they actually what is the thing called when they actually submit submit feedback. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, submitted the information saying that it would be unconstitutional, and so they got rid of it. Donald Trump is reinstituting it. Mexico is saying, we're not going for that. And if it goes to the Supreme Court, they've already said that it would be unconstitutional, so they're going to get it up out the paint.
Well, we'll see because if the system's overloaded, I mean, why not have it active? I mean, it takes time to process people.
But my whole thing is, like, if that's the case, then why not create a pathway to citizenship?
Well, I mean, with Obama's Dream Act, I mean, a lot of the people never show up to their court dates. They just disappear.
It.
Yeah,
Stop it.
How can we forget that in 2012? You know,
say it again?
I mean, actually, it was during his second term, I believe. Yeah, Obama tried pushing that, which he did, and a lot of these people never showed up for their court dates. You know,
but
I mean,
okay,
like
so
you want
to talk about you want to talk about people not showing up for their court dates, but if that's the case, then why isn't Donald Trump trying to actually improve the pathway to citizenship? Why isn't he trying to actually do something that would allow people in to the country, quote unquote, legally? Since you guys love talking about, oh, we want legal immigration, but yet you're not doing anything. Donald Trump is shutting down multiple methods of quote unquote legal immigration with people trying to actually get into the country the quote unquote right way. Are you okay with that?
Well, we're overloaded right now.
How are we overloaded?
Caught up, and we get all the bad guys out of here. Then,
how are we overloaded?
It's why do you think we send most of them to New York?
Because there's Republican governors like Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis who likes to play politics with people's lives, and they like to put them and ship them from those actual areas to other quote unquote sanctuary cities, overloading those cities, and then not sending the funds with them after they actually ship them out.
Right, you gotta go somewhere. That gives you an idea how overloaded we are.
Boo! Tomato. Stop it, MC.
I mean, I know it's hard, but it's
not the truth. You know it. If the simple fact of the matter is if those Republican governors really wanted to actually be genuine, like again, MC's being disingenuous, if not only would they actually send those people to those states, but they would also send the money with them. Why did they send those legal, quote unquote, legal immigrants, but keep all the money?
No, I'm sure they got something. Nothing's for free in life, you know.
No, they didn't. They literally actually shipped them out and then kept the money. So what are we talking about?
I don't believe that to be true.
You know they did.
No, I don't believe that.
Stop it. Stop
You've
it.
been watching MSN too much.
Hold on one
man.
second. Hold on one second.
You gotta
Hold on one
start
second. Hold on one
watching
second.
Fox News. You'll
MC,
be
hold on one
surprised.
second. For I already watch Fox News. Don't try to play. You know I know. You know I watch Fox News. Hold on one second. B said older millennial wants to talk to you. Yes. Are you scared? First of all, I'm live right now. Tell older millennial to get in the box.
He's
Tell
still
him to get in the
around.
box. Listen, I have never ducked any smoke. Point blank, period. MC, you've been up here with me for a while. Do you think I'm scared of anybody? Keep it
Hey,
funky.
if you want to take up the next guest, that's
No,
fine.
no, I'm just saying, keep it funky. You think I'm ducking any smoke? Come on.
I think you're okay. I mean, we can agree to disagree. I mean, I
don't like that. I hate that term. I hate that term.
I know, right?
I absolutely hate that. Agree to disagree.
But
welcome
honestly,
in, Chris Wade. Welcome in, Chris Ray.
It's your life. Whatever you want to do.
No. It's just like I don't know if I've heard of the older millennial guy. I've never spoken with him. I mean,
he actually had a lot of followers. I think he got closed down not too long ago. I don't know why.
Yeah, because he's a horrible person. Apparently, I mean, this is what I heard. This is what I heard. I've never had any interaction with him, but I heard he's not a good guy. He does something that your guy Donald Trump does. Apparently, he makes fun of people with disabilities.
Oh, of course you'll say that. You know,
he did. Donald Trump did it as well.
Can't say anything. You know,
am I wrong? Did Donald Trump not make fun of people with disabilities?
He rips on everyone.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
On.
That is stop it! that is not okay, MC.
Hey, I get a lot of random shit from the left too. You know,
what do you get? What's the random shit that you get?
I don't know. They say uneducated, deplorables. I mean, I got a whole list of random.
Why does that deplorables thing bother you guys so much? I love saying that one because for some reason it gets under Trump supporters' skin.
Because we're very smart people, you know.
No, they're not.
Exactly. Proves my point. You know.
You know they're not. But just stop it. You know, stop it.
So
they're like Trump supporters are, and I'm not saying they're dumb.
You know,
allegedly,
maybe next.
But more people that are do not have a college degree voted for Donald Trump.
I don't know. Lately, some of the college students have been kind of unhinged. You know.
How so?
You saw all those crazy encampments at Columbia University and this and that. It's been kind of dangerous. I mean, they've been barricading buildings and preventing.
You mean fighting for rights? The young people should fight for rights.
No,
you think not?
It wasn't really peaceful to me. I think it was very fascist.
Listen, sometimes when's the last time you seen a peaceful revolution?
Good question.
Exactly. When you talk about human rights, when you talk about freedoms and liberties, you got to take them.
Well, you got to look at Martin Luther King. It was all peaceful. You go out and you hold your signs and say your speech. But if you're going to barricade buildings and prevent people to go to classrooms or go on the subways, no, it's taken to a whole different level. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what did they do to MLK? Oh, last I checked, unalive though. Exactly. But he succeeded. Exactly. He was segregation though. He was super. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was quote unquote. He was quote unquote peaceful. Great. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. They unalived him. They absolutely unalived him. They absolutely unalived him as he was turning another cheek.
Well, I mean, he was doing orgies and shit. Ain't no real loss.
Hey, older millennial, you voted for Donald Trump. There is nothing that you could actually talk about when it comes to any type of schmexual things. You want to talk about orgies? Hey, why was Donald Trump on Epstein's flight list?
Because he went from Florida to New York on his own.
You sure? You sure? How many times do you think he went to Epstein Island?
He never went to Epstein Island.
Oh, boo! Tomato. Stop it. Him and Epstein were absolutely best friends. You know that they had some quote unquote freak offs. Him and Diddy were best friends as well. So don't come up here, OM. Don't come up here talking about any type of quote unquote orgies when your boy is literally has a track record of the worst stuff.
They only met once in the early 90s.
That if anyone has any evidence,
hold on one second. Time out. Hey, MC, seriously, you can come back. We can spar another time. I appreciate you.
Problem,
I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down.
I've literally made videos where I said that if
anyone
has any evidence that Donald Trump went to Epstein Island, I will not only vote against him, I will make every single video for the next year condemning him to hell.
Yeah, hold on one second. W's in the chat for Corey. Corey sent a $2 donation saying OM said we should quote unquote push people with developmental disabilities off a clip. Hates women. Crashed out on Brett's live when Brett brought facts regarding pew pew regulation. He's the worst.
Oh
He's
my God,
worse than
Brett-
Zach
Brett
and
is the
Liam
worst.
combined. Holy shit! You
My
have
God,
a
Brett's-
horrible
Brett's such a
reputation.
crybaby. It's so hilarious.
You have a horrible reputation. That's not good.
Oh, people hate, man. That's the way it
Listen,
works. Man.
I was telling people, you know, I've never interacted with you before. I've heard bad things.
Yeah, I've never interacted with you either.
I've heard bad things, but I will say,
I've never heard anything about you whatsoever.
I will say, I was talking to Chris, and Chris apparently spoke with you the other day and said that you
Chris who?
Chris, the debater.
Talking about Maori?
Yeah, Maori, Chris Maori.
Yeah, we had a great discussion the other night. We agreed.
He said
on
that you didn't crash out on him.
No, we agreed on a lot of shit. It was great. It was
I heard, which is absolutely shocking.
No, I mean, because Chris is reasonable.
Chris is reasonable. Got it.
I mean,
I've also, I also
that night, but also he was really tired, so maybe that's why he honestly would look like he was about to go to sleep.
Yeah, well, he stays up late at night. Okay, so let's do this. One second. Let me give you know what? Let me give you the official tour of my home. OM, I've heard of you. I've never interacted with you. And honestly, I've never watched you. I've only heard bad things.
Here, bro.
All right, but with that being said, this is different.
Heard of you tonight.
Okay, cool. So let me give you a tour. Let me let you know, OM, what this is.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. Guys, we need to actually make sure that we're doing all the wonderful things. Guys, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get the shares up to 200 shares. Also, let's knock out the daily gift goal. Guys, I have OM here. We're going to see how this goes. OM, I need you to answer a question for me before we get started.
Can I say real quick, though? I really did. You made me really miss jock jams from back in my childhood.
Really?
Yeah, because that's some jock jam shit.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, you know, there's a certain je ne sais quoi.
I mean, you're probably my age group. How old are you?
I'm part of your age group. I'm 37, be 38 in a couple of days.
Yeah, you're my age group, so you know jock jams. But let's be real, like that's all some jock jam shit right there.
Yeah, no, we share a similar age group. Listen, OM, they are saying that you are a horrible person.
Sure, yeah, people say that a lot.
W's in the chat. Corey said yes, people hate him because he's a garbage can individual. And what he means to say, is Chris is white.
I have been the largest conservative content creator 7 different times, so people are very upset with me.
W's in the chat for Ren. Ren said that
news and shit. People got really upset about that.
Yeah. Hey, okay, so let me set a couple of ground rules just to be frank, because I mean I'm getting some real feedback. Just an FYI. We don't do any ableism. Apparently that's what they keep saying. Like,
what do you mean by ableism?
Meaning we're not going to actually mock or disrespect anyone with any type of disabilities, whether it's mental or physical.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's reasonable.
Okay, that's the ground rules. That's ground rules, because there's a lot of people giving a lot of feedback. So
okay.
All right. With that being said, OM, I need you to answer a question for me. Which one's better, 1933 Germany or 2025 United States?
2025 United States.
Really? I'm shocked. Okay, so help me figure this out, because they both have like very similar features, right? Both of them had coups, a state of emergency, consolidation of power. They had a lot of nationalism, and they also had an attack on the media, and even more so, they both have Nazis.
Can I say the difference?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So one of the biggest differences is the coup that happened in 1933 was actually led to the current government that's in power. Like they took power. Illegally. They illegally took power. Right. So what we did was we held a Democrat election. We held an election where people voted this person in power. And had they voted otherwise, had they voted Kamala Harris, I would be doing the same thing I'm doing today.
Yeah. What happened in 2020 when Donald Trump realized that he did not win the 2020 presidential election?
He challenged the results of the election.
Yep. In court, multiple courts. And what happened with those?
He lost them.
Perfect. And then what did he actually do outside of that?
After he challenged them?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes, he did.
So what did he do? You tell me. Tell me.
He held a rally to quote unquote stop the steal. But even if you, so this is the sticking point, right? Because people like to talk about, oh, he said let's do it peacefully and blah blah blah. Right. I believe that he incited an insurrection, but to be fair, he did not tell the people to go into the White House and do X, Y, and Z.
So
but you know what he did do, OM?
Could you tell me how he incited the insurrection?
Yeah, he told him to march down to the Capitol, fight like hell. He told him that he was going to be there with them, which he lied. He then got back on the plane and went home.
But what did he tell them to do at that rally?
To go to the Capitol and fight like hell.
And did he also say peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard?
You're absolutely. But how many more times did he say go and fight like hell?
Well, he said it the same amount of times.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Because the quote peacefully quote fight like hell was a singular quote, just like peacefully and patriotically protest was a singular quote. Because
that's absolutely not true.
I've read his speech transcripts. So, and here's the thing, even if he had said fight like hell, let's just say 20 times, that's still not inciting an insurrection. So
yeah, listen, again, this is the thing that, and there is an actual PBS article and an NPR article which states that Donald Trump, when it came to the actual fight like hell phrase, let me go back here because they have it here.
Oh, he said it a lot in his history.
No. We're talking about just the speech. I'm not talking about like over his history because again, like, all right, cool. But he actually said it 20 times in his rally speech. Okay. 20 times. That it was there were 11,000 words in his speech, and 20 times he said fight or fight like hell.
Yeah, no. He used the words fight or fighting 20 times.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Fight. Like you're right. I'm sorry. Fight or fighting like 20 times, including the crowd when they needed to fight like hell.
Yeah, there were different times where he said you're in a fight for democracy, or you're in a fighting for democracy, different things like that. But the fight like hell, he told them once, which is all I said.
Yeah. Well, the simple fact of the matter is, again, I don't like to stay on the quote unquote sticking point of whether he did or did not incite an insurrection, which I believe that he did, but semantics.
That's fine. Exactly.
We can say for a fact that he did send fake electors to actually overturn the will of the people.
No, actually. So here's the deal when it comes to the electors. So do you understand that if you're going to challenge the results of a state election, right? So say you're going to say the votes in Minnesota were wrong, right? So the requirement constitutionally for you to be able to say that the votes in the state of Minnesota are wrong, what you must also do is elect a separate state of electors. They call
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
He did that. He did that.
You're absolutely right.
So he did that for 3 states, which funny enough isn't the first time. It's actually
I know you're absolutely right. The part that you're being disingenuous with, though, OM, is the fact that what we had just talked about before that he literally had been shot down multiple times by multiple courts telling him that this election, there was no substantial election fraud. So he had no actual basis to challenge the election. You know that.
So as I'm going to ask you right now.
Sure.
Did Donald Trump have a legal basis to elect alternate electors to challenge the election?
No.
Okay, so then why was Donald Trump never charged with electing alternate electors? Because he does have a legal right to do that. Every presidential candidate has a right to do that. In fact, this is the 3rd time it's happened.
Yeah. Hey, question for you, OM. What did Donald Trump and his lawyers actually present as their case as far as the fake slate of elector case? What did they say about that?
They said that Donald Trump, as the presidential candidate, has the legal right to elect alternate electors to challenge the election results of a state.
That's not what they said. That's
Okay.
not what they said.
Okay, go ahead.
They said that it was an official act of the president, and it
Literally what I
was
just said.
supposed to have been covered under his presidential
Literally what I just said.
powers.
That's what I just said.
No, you said that he had the right. That's
He
not
does,
it.
because
No, he
they
doesn't.
argued-
He had no legal right, OM.
Okay, we're saying the same thing.
I don't think so, buddy.
Lawyers argued that what he did was his legal right as a presidential candidate, which it was. That's why no charges were brought, because he had a legal right to do it.
No. They did not dispute that it was his right as a presidential candidate. They said that he had the right as the president.
No,
Again,
president-
acting under the executive
Oh my
powers, which the Supreme Court just said that presidents have presidential immunity.
Okay, maybe you're misunderstanding this. Every single person who is nominated as a presidential candidate during the election has rights under what are known as presidential powers. So you don't have to be president during an election to have presidential powers. If you are a certified candidate for president of the United States, you have challenge capability under the Presidential Powers Act, which is what Trump did. So even if Trump were the challenger, he still would have had authorization under the Presidential Powers Act to elect alternate electors to challenge the results. That's why he was never charged.
Cool. Hold on one second.
Like this is simple election fucking ethics.
I hear you. W's in the chat for MDLA, who sent a $2 donation to say, please watch the video that I just sent you of OM. OM, holy smokes.
People hate me, bro. It's fun.
I don't know. Hold on one second.
But again, we can have a discussion about what we're having about, or we can get into a whole, let me dig up shit on the guy I'm talking with.
Yeah, I'm not digging up anything. I'm actually looking for something here. Give me a second. I'm sorry, that threw me off in my whole train of thought. Give me a second.
Take your time. It's your live, bro. Take all the time you want. And here's the thing. I will say, I will applaud you like I did Chris. You seem to be a reasonable debater, not trying to make invalid arguments. You seem to be making arguments based in fact, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Hold on, where is it? Because I'm looking for this specific wording. Tell me one more time. You said that it was protected under what? Give me that one more time. I'm sorry. My whole thought process just got knocked off.
I get it. I threw you off. No, it's fine. So the idea is that every single person who is certified to run in a presidential election, because you have to be certified by the national government to be able to run for president. Like you don't get in there without being certified. Any certified candidate has protections under the Presidential Powers Act. It's not a matter of the fact that you're the president. It's a matter of the fact that you are a certified candidate for president. So if you feel that like the election results in Minnesota are bad, like you're like, oh, they're cheating, right? And you can't prove it during the election, but you want to say, I want to reserve the right to challenge this. The only way that you're allowed to challenge the results is you must also elect what they call alternative electors. It's happened 2 other times in our history where somebody said, I think they're cheating, and I'm going to elect alternate electors. Now, those alternate electors don't do shit. All they do is allow you to challenge it, and if you win your case, your electors go forward. But if you don't elect alternate electors, you're not even allowed to challenge, because even if your challenge happened and you won, you have no electors to vote in your favor, so it doesn't matter that you won.
Yeah, so I'm reviewing the article from NPR, which this is Trump lawyers special counsel fight over election interference case. this article that came out in September 2024, the NPR article breaking down the actual specifics around the case and the actual information when it comes to what the defense was. And in the article, they are citing the actual statement from Trump's lawyers, who's talking about his actual presidential immunity, the presidential immunity that actually speaks to the fact that he's not saying that it was based under what you just said, but based off of the fact that it was an official act of Donald Trump while being in president. It wasn't the process of being a candidate and running through it. Jack Smith charged, he had multiple separations, whether he was talking about Donald Trump being charged as a candidate versus Donald Trump being charged as a president. You're absolutely right. There was some conflation between the two, but Jack Smith clearly laid out the case to actually be able to prosecute that clearly. And Donald Trump's lawyer was fighting the case on the basis of presidential immunity.
Can I point something out real quick?
Sure.
So you understand that Jack Smith, that everything he did was negated by the fact that he was not an appointed independent counsel.
Oh, stop it.
No, but he was.
But listen, hold on. How many special counsels have we had before Jack Smith?
No. But here's the thing. When it comes to appointing independent counsel, it has to be congressionally approved, right? So Jack Smith, the number one reason why Jack Smith's case fell apart is because, one, he was not congressionally approved, which is required. So what you're talking about is a guy who was appointed by the Democrat Party to investigate a presidential candidate. And that man had never in any way been appointed by anybody legally to do anything. So his entire case went away because he was not legally an actual independent counsel. He was only advised and created by the Democrat Party. And that's what Congress as well as the Supreme Court recognized and said, hold on, this guy wasn't appointed by Congress, which you have to be to be an independent counsel, and nobody appointed him besides Joe Biden. So they said, hold on, you don't get to do that. You don't get to hire a lawyer to investigate your opponent, and everything was kicked.
28 USC chapter 40 independent counsel, the committee on judiciary of either House, the committee of judiciary or either House or Congress, or the majority of the majority party member or majority of all non-majority party members of each committee may request in writing in the Attorney General to apply for the appointment of independent counsel.
Yes,
all they have to do, they don't have to be quote unquote congressionally approved. They just have to fall in that category. No, Congress does not have to officially appoint Congress. I'm citing the information right here. It's on house.gov, it's on congress.gov. No, Congress does not have to officially appoint independent counsels. Instead, a 3-judge panel panel selected by the Chief Justice of the United States appoints independent counsels. The Attorney General requests the appointment of the independent counsel to investigate alleged criminal convictions. So no, they don't have to be congressionally approved.
So according to the amicus brief from the Supreme Court, Jack Smith, their wording was, according to the Chief Justice, was he has just as much authority to investigate Donald Trump as Taylor Swift, because he has
Say it again. Hold on. You threw me off on this. Rewind. Say that one again.
I know I threw you, but he made a joke that said that Jack Smith has as much authority to appoint to investigate Donald Trump as did Taylor Swift, because neither of them had been appointed by any congressional hearing, which is required to appoint the appointment. You cannot make the appointment without Congress. That's why it was dismissed. That's why his case was dismissed.
That's not true. Listen, okay, so I'm gonna land my plan on this point. The simple fact of the matter is, the case was dismissed because Trump had a judge in his back pocket. But that makes me just as bad as anyone saying, well, the 34 counts in New York was because it was biased or whatever. So I'm not going to do that. I don't play those games.
Hold on, wait. I don't want to argue with you on that. Let me just give you the exact quote. So the exact quote was, not clothed in the authority of the federal government.
Wait. Hold on. Where are you reading this from?
This is directly from the amicus brief by the Supreme Court.
Amicus brief. Got it.
So he said, not clothed in the authority of the federal government. Smith is a modern example of the naked emperor. The December 20th amicus brief argues, improperly appointed, he has no more authority to represent the United States in this court than Bryce Harper, Taylor Swift, or Jeff Bezos. And this was the brief which led to Jack Smith's disqualification as a prosecutor, because you need to be appointed by Congress, more specifically the Senate.
I have the brief in front of me. I have the brief in front of me, and I'm doing a Google search. Where do you see that? What page?
You cannot be.
What page?
You cannot. It's literally the original argument of the amicus brief before the Supreme Court.
What page?
The amicus brief was the original brief that led to the Supreme Court determining, yes, there is no appointment by the Senate. Therefore, anything Jack Smith has done is not viable in court because he was not an independent counsel determined by the Supreme Court. Like, that's the reality, is that Jack Smith was appointed by the Democrats.
Yeah, that's not true. I'm not seeing that. That's absolutely not true. But you know what? Hold on. That's fine. That's fine, because you know what? We can sit here. Hold on.
Wait,
Seriously.
can I just ask you real quick?
Wait.
So what are the rules with appointing a special counsel? Can you appoint a special counsel without the ruling of Congress?
Yeah, I just read that off to you.
You can't.
It's literally what I just read off to you a few moments ago. But listen, it's fine. I'll move past that point, because at this point we're arguing semantics, right? The simple fact of the matter is Donald Trump wasn't charged, right? Like, we can talk about what did or didn't happen, or should or shouldn't happen. I don't think we're going to agree on that, right? But what I will say is that we can move forward. Let me read this off real quick. W's in the chat for Holly. Holly sent a $5 donation saying, appointed by AG. He talks in circles to confuse people. Not me. Not me. W's in the chat for Holly. Thank you so much for that donation, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I'm sorry.
I said good for the donation, Holly.
Yeah. Also, W's in the chat for Jordan. Jordan sent a $10 donation saying, generic millennial lies more than he breathes.
Generic? Come on now, generic. I mean, I am an older millennial. I don't feel that I'm generic for the millennial generation. Millennials generally are a lot more technologically advanced than me.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the thing, right? I mean, we can debate semantics all day, and it's kind of hard.
Can I ask you this?
Sure.
Can we debate something more recent than 4 years ago?
That's what I was just about to say.
Thank God.
I was literally about to move forward, because look, listen, this is the thing, right? This is the absolute thing. I know for a fact that W's in the chat for Mallory. Mallory sent a $1 donation, said, I've never heard of OM before, but I hate them already.
I gotta be honest. Let me tell you, Mallory, I love it when you talk dirty.
They hate you. Like I said, people really don't like you. That's crazy.
No. Here's the thing with me, is that I have been the largest political conservative content creator on this platform 17 times.
But apparently you've also said some really effed up stuff.
I've had more than 1 million followers 20 times. I get in trouble all the time. I piss off a lot of people, and I get that. I totally get that. But I do want to point out that the only reason I got into politics on this app is because I used to help women better understand men. Mm-hmm. And I had a 2.7 million follower account doing that. And I made one political video and got banned. And I started making political content out of spite just because of that.
I hear you. W's in the chat for Charlotte.
Talk about more recent shit.
Oh, we're going to get into it. W's in the chat for Charlotte. Charlotte sent a $5 donation saying the amicus briefs aren't filed by the Supreme Court. They're submitted by parties who are no part of the case. He's lying about that.
They were filed.
Okay, no, hold on, because we're gonna get off that. We're gonna get off that.
No, wait. I just
no, because we're gonna keep going in circle this whole time. Listen, hold on. I gotta keep it funky with you. I got dinner with my wife tonight. I told her I was gonna take her to dinner, so I can't stay on the whole thing. So
I got you.
This is the thing, right? Trump won. Whether I like it or not, Trump is our president. and he is doing things.
I wanted Vivek, just so you know.
Which that's insane.
I wanted Vivek. I wanted him to be the Republican candidate, but when that got stuck,
Well, if we're gonna hash that out, like I'm from South Carolina, and I think Nikki Haley would have been great for the ticket.
I think she's so bought, man. Like she was broke as fuck, and then
maybe
broke as shit, and then went to the UN and was suddenly worth 20 million 6 months later. She's
but you want to talk about bought? You know, Elon bought himself for president, so I mean, there's that.
Let's be real. If you want to talk about Elon buying the president, I do want to point this out real quick because everybody likes to say Elon bought the presidency. Billionaire contributions to political campaigns. Democrats had 3 times as many billionaire contributions to their campaign as Republicans did.
Are we talking quality? I mean, are we talking quantity or quality?
Dollars. We're talking dollars, buddy.
No.
Dollars.
But listen, I love because you're right. I mean, there were more quote unquote billionaires. There were more CEOs that actually got behind. Yeah, they got behind Kamala Harris. But when you have the richest man on earth,
Elon Musk contributed 250 million.
But you have the richest man on earth. Elon did stuff outside of just campaign donations.
Well, hold on. Elon contributed 250 million. Soros contributed 560 million. Don't tell me that Republicans.
Yeah, but did quote unquote Soros levy his other avenues to actually? Did Soros turn Twitter into a source for the right? Did Soros go to Pennsylvania and actually offer $1 million for people to register to vote? Did Soros actually send out misinformation to voters about Kamala Harris?
What Soros did was spend 160 million 4 weeks before the election buying radio companies. So he already spent.
Who listens to radio? Stop it.
Again,
when's the last time you listened to the radio?
No. Here's the thing. Don't get me wrong.
No. Answer the question, OM.
No. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just because Soros is stupid with the way he spends his money didn't mean he didn't try.
Stop it.
Wait. Under that same line of thinking, you're going to tell me that Twitter wasn't prejudicial toward the Democrat Party in the 2016 in the 2020 election?
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to answer that in good faith because I genuinely don't have a point of reference, so I couldn't say.
So let's go read some stuff.
Let's talk about it, right? Because the simple fact of the matter is Trump's president and shit's not getting better. Right. The simple fact of the matter is Donald Trump is already violating multiple people's constitutional rights. He's the 14th Amendment right.
Okay, which 14th Amendment right?
Birthright citizenship.
Okay, so he offered an executive order that is going to get shot down in the court.
But still, does it matter? Okay, so your actual thought process is it's okay because it's going to be shot down in court, which I agree as well. But I would, I like my president not to violate my constitutional rights regardless.
Okay, but is he legally allowed to offer an executive order for something he thinks is wrong?
He is. Okay, so he did that. Still, I mean, does that make it because he's legally allowed to do it? Should he violate? Because he was legally allowed to violate our constitutional right with the bunk stop ban as well.
No, but again, he thinks that the wording of the 14th Amendment is not in line with what's happening. Now, wait, Santana, let me just say this real quick. I think he's wrong, right? I think he's wrong. However, he is allowed to challenge that, which is what he did. Now, I fully believe that once it goes before the Ninth Circuit, he's going to get shot down. I think he's going to get defeated. That's fine. But he is allowed to question because what he did by his executive order changed nothing because it was challenged within 24 minutes.
It was because it was highly unconstitutional. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Allowed to do it.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Hear me when I say that. You're not wrong, but why even go down that road? Why even go down the road of actually violating people's constitutional right? He did the same thing with the 2A with the bump stock ban.
I'll tell you why. Because he thinks that the wording is ambiguous, which here's the thing.
Donald Trump doesn't think that.
No, let me be clear about this. He is one of 114 constitutional scholars that believe.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Who is who?
Hold on. I'm not.
Who's a
calling
constitutional scholar?
I'm not calling Trump a constitutional scholar.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear on that one.
No.
I just wanted to be clear on that one.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I said what I meant was he's alongside 114 constitutional scholars who have wanted to challenge it, and they have challenged it. Now, again, I agree with you. I think it's going to get defeated. I think that there is a right to birthright citizenship. I recognize that it was created with the idea of slaves in order to allow them to have citizenship. And I think that the wording of it is ambiguous as shit. And it allows people who are born here in the U.S. to be U.S. citizens. So I disagree with him on that. And I've spoken out. I've made videos talking about how I disagree with him on that. Yeah. But it is his legal right to challenge it. And that's all he did. All he did was challenge something. But again, let's be real. Let's be real. That's one of 204 executive orders.
It is. He has a shit ton of bad ones. But listen, just to stick on this one for a second.
Tell me the worst one. What's his worst one? If you say the bad ones,
for me, I mean that might be it. I mean, there's a few more, but
but he's gonna get smacked in the dick for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. But like the one thing that I want to call out is, like you said, the Constitution is ambiguous, like, or you said the 14th Amendment is ambiguous. The entire Constitution is contradictional.
The wording of that paragraph is very ambiguous.
Yeah, but the whole Constitution is as well. It's crap.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be malleable.
So okay, cool. And this is like off topic, but just roll with me for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that we need an updated Constitution?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's crap.
Yeah, because here's the thing, though. That's the beauty. Like, here's the thing: is I believe that the Constitution is one of the most amazing documents ever written. Not because of what was written into it, but because of the process they built into it.
The ideas behind it.
Amendments. I think it was wonderful that they said if the country disagrees, if the majority of the country, the majority of the states disagree, we'll change this motherfucker. And they've changed it 27 times, man. I think that's wonderful. And here's the thing, like Gavin Newsom, a good example, Gavin Newsom, I think he's a moron, right? But he put out, he said, I think the Second Amendment is wrong. I think we need to have restrictions on firearms. And he challenged, he said, I'm gonna challenge a constitutional amendment. And I said, and everybody gave him shit for it. And I said, you know what? He is doing what he is supposed to do. He is challenging the Constitution with a constitutional amendment and putting it before the people. I support that.
Hey, question for you, and I know this is a change.
You got one of the sweaty headphones, don't you? One of those making your ears sweat.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
So just got a little bit of feedback, and are people no longer platforming you? Is that a thing?
No,
I just got information here.
I was on Fox News 2 weeks ago. I was on UAN News a week ago. I've been on 17 podcasts in the last 3 weeks. So no, I'm getting platformed.
Okay, I hear you. Hey, listen, I'm gonna actually roll with the people that I trust on this one. No offense, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end the conversation here.
Oh, good, man. It was a pleasure talking with you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Have a good night, man.
Yep. Yeah. W's in the chat for the people that I actually genuinely trust. That's interesting. That is absolutely interesting. W's in the chat for Kyra. Kyra sent a $5 donation. OM says, yeah, people just don't like what I say sometimes, as if he hasn't been caught speaking misinformation. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Speaking misinformation countless times. His mugshot doesn't sit right with me either. W's in the chat for MDLA, who sent a $1 donation, say, yeah, because he believes in eugenics. Holy shit. W's in the chat for Mallory, who said red flag that he has 17 accounts banned. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had any type of interactions with him before. I've never even come across him before. before this. I mean, I've heard certain stories, but I didn't know his backstories, know anything about him. Yeah, that is not good. That is not good. That is not good. Huh. Okay. Well, guys, we are in an interesting spot. Interesting spot. I will say if we don't have any more Trump supporters in the box, and I do have to jump off here in a few moments. Let's do this. Let's open up the box. If there are any friendlies that are interested in coming up, anyone that wants to come up and have a conversation, go ahead and request up. We'll give a few minutes to anyone that wants to actually join, and we will go from there. Todd, are you a Trump supporter or a friendly?
No, hell no. I couldn't vote for that guy. I got morals.
Okay.
Hey,
Absolutely.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. He's probably going to make a video about this, about how he did something, because he did it after he did it in Brett's Live, too. I was there when he did it in Brett's Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably going to go make a video about you now.
Yeah, that's cool. What I will do, guys, just a little bit of groundwork. Let's move on from that. Let's move on to in general. And I want to just open up the panel for friendly conversation. I don't want to talk about him anymore. We'll move past that. So let's do that. But Todd, thank you for coming up and actually giving me a heads up on that. I have a lot of experience with Brett, none with him, so that was interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I just wanted to come up here before I go to bed because I got work. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that though, real quick, just in case.
Yeah, absolutely.
To you. But
absolutely. Thank you.
I love what you do, babe. Keep it up.
I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Sir. You too.
Naquan, what's going on?
What's good, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you my personal number because my Discord was just acting up. I was trying to get a message to you about him. He blocked me when I fact checked him about a school in New York.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I said, I don't want to keep going on about OM.
Yeah, let's get past him because you need to get out with management before she beat both of us up.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Hey, what are you doing with the rest of your evening?
Actually, I'm on a PS5. I ain't been on my PS5 in like 3 months, so I'm running with the PS5 right now.
I understand that. I absolutely understand that. What are you playing?
World Z, bro.
World Z. I don't know what that is.
I like zombie games.
Okay. I'm more of like open world games.
Yeah, I'm playing another open world game, but I can't really get into it. I like zombie games too much. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's trying to prepare me for something.
The zombie apocalypse?
Even out of Trump apocalypse, it's trying to prepare me for something. I just woke up one day and it was like, yo, play your PS5.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up, bro.
You already know, bro. I'm gonna shoot you my number because for some reason my Discord is acting retarded right now.
Oh, hey, Naquan, that's a slur.
Oh shoot. I gotta break out of that, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. I appreciate you.
All right, yeah.
Oh, guys. Again, we're gonna go ahead if we'll talk to a few more people, but only friendlies. And again, guys, we're gonna continue with our conversation, but not the conversation that we've had so far. So just an FYI. Hey, Chris, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Santana. I just wanted to talk to you about a couple things that are on my mind. First off, I just want to say, well, let me do a quick mod announcement. Guys, we're at 255 shares. Let's keep on sharing the live and tapping the screen because Santana works way too darn hard to be ignored. So let's keep on tapping the screen and sharing the live. Also, did you hear about how Trump was going to put tariffs on Colombia and then shortly after walked it back after the president of Colombia said that he was going to counteract it with, I believe it was a 50% tariff?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that he actually walked it back. I saw that it was a thing, but I didn't know that he completely backed off of it.
Yeah, I saw it on CNN, and he walked it back. So it's kind of a trade war kind of thing going on. And then also, another thing I wanted to mention is I'm always on these panels, and I think that I'm really getting annoying. But I just wanted to let you know that thank you so much for giving me the platform and the opportunity to be able
Chris,
to.
you would never get annoyed. Listen, you're part of the family. You're part of the mod squad. You're a part of the family. You're always welcome.
I know, but like I know that there are a lot of people that want to get their views and want to get some things off their chest. But I do want to just say thank you for giving me the platform to finally be able to say what I have to say. Because like in these 4 years, we're gonna need it. And but yeah, I just want to let you know that you're just a blessing on this earth, and I really appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you so much more. And again, like I said, you're part of the family, and you're always welcome. And we'll keep doing our thing. I've said this a million times over and over and over, and I know you've heard me say this, but our community is what's important, and us sticking together is what's important. So thank you for doing that, and we're gonna get together. We're gonna get through this together.
Right. And then also, you want to play PS5 sometime?
Yeah, what are you playing?
I play a lot of NCAA. I play 2K. I'm down for whatever.
You know what? I don't play. I haven't played like so I bought 2K25 and I have not played it. I got like the pre-order because I always get it to get the NBA League Pass. And so I haven't played it, but I tell you what, management and I have a trip coming up. After my trip, let me get back and get in the lab for like a week or so, and I'll play you on 2K. How about that?
Sounds good. I believe I sent you a friend request, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll check it out.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you can drop me down.
All right, I appreciate you.
All right, have a good night.
You as well. Hey, Mallory.
Hey, Santana. I didn't
you?
realize I had requested. I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. Well, listen, you're up here. What do you want to talk about?
I know. I just really think you're doing an amazing job. I am really glad I found you on this app and really was able to find the Black women creators that you follow. And
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
are you following me on YouTube?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, cool. On YouTube, if you go back and look, there is a panel discussion that I did with all Black women. And it was a panel discussion before the election talking about, why Black women weren't supporting Donald Trump and why they were putting their effort behind Kamala Harris. And it had Buzzy Little Bumblebee, Southern Fried Callie, Jessica Simone, and The Black Historian. So if you're interested in that, it's on my YouTube channel. I did a whole like series, right? I did Black men, I did Black women, I did like a collab of other content creators, but the Black women showed up and showed out. I mean, the way that Buzzy snapped was immaculate. So if you ever get time, if you're just like, traveling or in the gym or whatever you want to listen, go check that out. Mallory, you still there? Did you just Thanos away on me? Your teacup. There you go. Did you just disappear on me? Mallory. Okay, Mallory, I'm going to go ahead and just drop you down. Just going to drop you down and keep it moving. Maggie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Maggie, what would you like to talk about?
I've been on your panel, I think, once prior. And I really honestly just wanted to say thank you for speaking up about things that a lot of us don't speak up about. I'm a quiet person. I don't do it. But I also wanted to ask you, I've heard these maybe there are rumors, and I'm not going to give you sources. 'Cause I couldn't tell you a source. As like I don't know. There's rumors about him, Orange Man, the possibility of him being impeached or something else going on, or all this stuff, and like the things that are going on currently that I've heard about are scaring the bejesus out of me. And so, like, I'm looking at this and this other side going, is that actually a thing, or am I living in a dream world? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. No, so the thing that I'll say about that is, you know, Donald Trump is twice impeached, never removed. So they don't call him Teflon Don for a reason. 1 second. They don't call him Teflon Don for a reason. And I don't know. I don't like to really speculate on conspiracy theories, but even more than that, JD Vance worries me more than Donald Trump, honestly. So there's that. Quite simply put, JD Vance has always worried me more than Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is unpredictable and he falls in line somewhat, but he has like you know, a bit of pushback in him, because it's often like his way, which I haven't seen the pushback at all so far, you know, this election. But JD Vance quite literally will do or say anything that's necessary. So there's that.
What do we do? Because there's so many executive orders that are like filing through, at least the one that I've heard about, they're scary as all get out. That I'm sitting here in my boots in Washington, which is a Democratic state, very Democratic, very blue state, and I'm still scared. Like, what do we do?
No, listen, the thing that I'll tell everyone is that things aren't, you know, as dire as we think they are, right? I mean, we have legal norms, we have processes, we have, you know, lawyers, we have people tying things up in the courts to try to, you know, get things squared away. We have quote unquote processes that are supposed to be in place to actually handle things like this. But I'm very much of the mindset. I never panic until, you know, I prefer not to panic at all, but like, I don't necessarily worry about things until it's time to worry about those things. Now, with that being said, I do plan for things before it happens. So, I mean, and I was telling our community this, like before the, you know, after the election, before the inauguration, like prepare, make sure that you have things in order, you know, make sure that you have like documentations in order, just any and everything that you need to do to be prepared and to be safe, just in case you have to actually move or get up and move around or whatever, you know, things like that.
Oh, my bad.
Don't get me wrong.
Things like that. So that's the key piece.
I'm not a part of the LGBTQI community. I support them. I'm an ally. At least I like to think I'm an ally. But like, I've been watching videos, and maybe they're conspiracy theories, or I don't know.
Yeah, you got to stay out of that.
Electrical blackouts. Like,
yeah, you got to stay out of that rabbit hole.
With power. And that got to me, and I'm like, is that a thing? Like, are we actually going to experience that? Like, is this something I should actually prepare for?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say so at all. I think it's a rabbit hole, and I would just be cautious with going down any rabbit holes. And you know,
they're all over.
Just prepare yourself. Yeah. The biggest thing, and I've said this a million times over, it's about community and making sure that we are one and staying connected and supporting and taking care of each other. And you're a part of our community now, and we'll do everything that we possibly can to help protect and keep you safe and keep you educated and informed. So
well, thank you for being here. And I try to come back to this live and come back to the information that you're giving out, to not like give myself a full anxiety attack. Otherwise I'd probably fall into the deep end.
Yeah, no. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to figure it out together. It might be a long 4 years, but damn it, we're going to get through it together.
Well, keep going. And please, for everything that you have in you, don't stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Maggie. You have a good one.
You too.
Is it Mrs. Potter?
Mrs. Potter.
Yeah. Potter, Mrs. Potter. How are you,
my
Mrs.
kitty's
Potter?
name. That's my kitty's name.
Oh.
But, oh, sweetheart, I just want to say you are amazing to me.
Thank you.
I'm a senior citizen, and you've taught me so much, and
Really?
yeah. I mean, I follow you and I follow RTP. You know, Jay.
Love RTP.
Yeah, and you guys, you've helped me a lot. And being my age, I'm 67 now, and the things with politics that I didn't know, and I'm so scared. I'm so afraid of what Trump is doing.
Yeah.
It scares the crap out of me. My son, was actually shot and killed, unalive by police,
Oh wow.
2 years ago, and um, and I couldn't find. I haven't. Anyway, that it didn't work out. Anyway. I just want to say you are a beautiful man. And I want you. You said earlier that you were going to take your wife out to dinner.
Yes, yes.
So I want you to
take
get
my
your,
lovely wife to dinner.
yeah. I want you to get your butt out of this life and and take care of her because yeah, my husband passed away 6 years ago. So I've got my animals, I've got my kitties, and I've got my puppy and whatever. But you are just so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I just can't. It's hard to express, you know.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
I'll say this. Well, thank you for coming up and actually spreading that encouragement to me. Like I value you know, our community as a whole, but even more so the elder statesmen and stateswomen of our community. Like the thing that I have always cherished, even more so outside of the relationship that I have with my mother, is the relationship that I had with my grandmother. And it's always something when the older generation comes to you and not only shares wisdom, but shares any type of compliments, because I know people of a certain age have lived life to a certain extent, and with age comes wisdom. And so anytime, you know, there's someone of a certain age that speaks, I stop and listen, and you coming up and actually speaking to me means the world to me. So thank you so much for doing that. It lets me know that I'm actually doing something right, which is super important to me. So
Oh,
thank
you
you.
are. You definitely are. And don't stop. You're just a lovely man.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you more. Thank you so much for coming up.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you.
Before Miss Potter leaves,
Bye.
I don't mean to interject or anything or derail, but well, firstly, I want to give my condolences for your son. I am so sorry that happened. But my uncle was unalived by police last October. And I just want you to know, I'm not sure if you've been exposed to this, but there are groups out there for support for those types of things. And if you want, I can DM you some of those.
Who is this speak? I tried it. I hired an attorney and I spent $2,000 and he didn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
So my mom, who is working with Ben Crump. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a civil rights attorney. He worked on the George Floyd case, on Trayvon Martin's case, and now he's working my uncle's case. I'm not going to make any promises or anything, but I am sure that I could at least give that information to my mom if that's something that interests you, and at least get it to him and see if he has any advice or anything like that.
Yeah. It's been, I was told that since the tort claim I filed, it's already passed the
statute.
Yeah.
Of limitations.
Yeah.
What state are you in? Or you know what? Actually, I don't want to derail the conversation too much, but I'll add you, or I'll follow you on here. Feel free to DM me and we can talk about it more.
All right, sweetheart. Okay. Sorry, Santana.
No worries. No worries. Thank you so much, Miss Potter. You have a good one.
You too, sweetie. Bye.
Corey, I'm gonna hold you until the end. You gonna have to sit up here with me, Corey. I'm gonna skip right over you. You gotta hang out. Maribel, how are you?
Hey all, Santana, I do not want to take much of your time because I know that you are doing what you're doing, but I just want to say really quick thank you to everything that you're doing. I'm glad and grateful to be part of this big TikTok community and that we are all truth seekers, and for everyone giving me the courage to go on my YouTube channel and pushing through my depression and my own self negativity sometimes to go on there and push through and validate everything that I'm hearing and everything that I'm sharing. I did shout you out on this episode. I just wanted to say
I heard about that. Darn it.
Yes, I gave you. I gave
got
you the
it like right.
time too.
I got it like right before. I think right before I got ready to go live or whatever. I was actually working on a few things, and then the person that runs all of this let me know, and so I said I definitely have to check it out. And she also mentioned another thing to me, and so we're working on that.
Yay, yes. I did mention it in the on the Discord. So I know what that is.
Okay.
But yes, I wanted to say thank you. I enjoy all of your sparring, although I don't think I could ever do it. But I appreciate everyone who gets on here and having something to listen to on a daily basis. And for me, it is a learning experience. I'm getting educated every day, and I appreciate that. And I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for everyone here. Shout out to all of you, to all of you, and I'm out. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Apologize for butting in like that, Santana.
No, you're good. Lexi, what up?
Hey, what's up, dude? I just wanted to say that before she left the panel.
Yeah, you're good.
But I just messaged you and said that I wasn't gonna go live, but it was because
tomatoes.
Look, wait, pause. I was falling asleep with the kiddos, and I was like, "Oh, I can't make it tonight." But now I hit like a weird rush of energy, so I am gonna go.
Okay.
So
How long are you gonna be live?
Are you getting off soon? Is that what she was saying?
Yeah. Well, my wife and I are gonna go grab dinner, and then I was gonna be free after that.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know, what time is it? What time is it for you?
It's 8:44 for me.
Dang, it's like 10:44 here.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, I can.
I mean, if I have to catch you tomorrow, it's fine. You don't have to go live, on my behalf. I was just gonna, if you were gonna be live, I was just gonna come hang out with you.
It's always nice to have you as co-host, though, because you're a little more educated on some topics than I am.
Not really. I just talk loud. I talk loud and fast.
Okay, Parker.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
No, it's a joke. They like to. A lot of the Trump support, the MAGA cult, likes to make toward him. Yeah, God. But I might go live. I probably will here in a second. No telling on how long we're gonna be live, but if not, I'll let you know next time too.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna head out. You have a great evening with your wife. I hope that
absolutely.
Thank you. With joy, and I will talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right. See you later.
Peace out.
Corey.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
I was gonna respond in Spanish, but I can't do that on live in front of 347 people.
What's going on, Corey? Corey, you listen. Let me say this to you, and I'll say this to you, and I'll say this to she that shall not be named, and I know you know who I'm talking about, and she knows who I'm talking about, but just everybody in general. Like I know I was told not to, or I know I told everybody we're moving past this, but I just want to say, like, I didn't understand the depths of what was happening, and I know you sent me like a couple of things, and I know a couple of other people were saying a couple of things, but I didn't know that that basically OM was on the shit list. But I appreciate you and what you were dropping as far as the knowledge, but even more that the person who I trust, well, one of the people I trust the most, was able to actually give me more information and feedback, and so I'm sorry to anyone who was affected in a negative way by having him on this platform. That was not my intentions. Again, I've never had any real information or interactions with him. So thank you for trying to give me warnings and heads up. And I'm truly sorry to everyone or anyone in our community that was affected in a negative way. That's never, ever been my intention. So.
The thing with it is, though, is he has a platform. It doesn't matter whether he's on your live, on Harry, Parker, Dean. It doesn't matter whose live he's on. He has a platform, and it's large, and his following is huge, and he's going to say these things regardless. And I think the way that, as soon as, that's the reason why I sent it, wasn't so that you would take him off. I don't think that other people should police who's on your platform because it's your space. But the way that you addressed it, well, we'll get to that. The way that you addressed it, though, was perfect. Right off the bat, just saying, "Hey, I don't tolerate this," and it not allowing it to become a part of the conversation. I think it would have been more damaging if it was addressed and a conversation with him about that came up, because that he would double down, and that would be harmful. But just cutting it off at the beginning and letting him know that, hey, if you do this, it's done, was the right way to handle that. I don't think there was another way. And I mean, that's who they are. They're all liars. They lie by omission, and that's what he was doing. He speaks half truths and says fucked up shit, just awful things. But what I wanted to come up here for was more to bring up. So I wanted to talk about when TikTok went dark. I think that what the intention was to show us that, hey, we can silence you if we want to. We can shut everything. We can take it all away. And I think that more than anything else, what came from it was the discovery that no, you can't. You can try. And we might not have our fun algorithm that makes it easy to find the things, but we already have each other and all of the people that are a part of this community that, to be honest, for me, where I am, you brought together, because I used to just watch Dean and Parker for the main two. I didn't know how many people were in the debate space. And then I started watching you and Johnny. And from there, I found everybody else, Erica, Alina, all of these wonderful people that do such wonderful things. I wouldn't have access to that if you weren't going to every live to bring everybody together. And there's drama. We're human, and seeing that be not the focus, and the focus be the intention, the intention behind having the space to begin with, of hey, this is who MAGA is, and these are the dangers of it. It's been really comforting to have so many people just coming together to be okay, so what are our next steps? Where are the resources? How can we help? What do we do? And it would be really hard without people like you and all of the other, TikTokers on here. And I just really appreciate you. But Big Bang Theory is better than The Office and Parks and Rec. And I'm sorry.
I was about to say something nice, and don't make me drop you. Let's not end on a negative note. With that being said, though, seriously, no, I agree with you. I think that the one thing that the threat of any type of quote unquote action with the TikTok, what that did was actually let everyone know that hey, we have to protect our space and protect our community and protect what we're creating and protect what we're building, because we refuse to allow them to take it away from us. So with that being said, you know, people like get in the Discord and follow my YouTube and follow. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do the thing real quick, guys. There's 300 something people still hanging out. If you're not following me on Blue Sky, make sure you're following me on Blue Sky and Twitch and YouTube. I'm dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now, so you can always watch me on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. But last but not least, I just opened up my Instagram page. I just opened that up. It is now public. There are videos going all the way back to 2017. So if you guys are interested in actually checking out some of the older videos, more recent videos, I will be posting more on my Instagram, you know, some behind the scenes things. We got some my wife and I have some trips coming up, and you know, I'm going to post certain stuff, and so you guys will be able to see a little bit more of me outside of the app, out in the wild. So if you're interested, make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. It's the same as my Twitch, same as my Blue Sky, Santana 24J. But yeah, Corey, it gave us that the knowledge that, like, hey, we can't just all coalesce here on TikTok. We need to, if we're going to cultivate these spaces and have these people, then we need to make sure that we have a backup plan. So there's that. Anyway, Corey,
You can Thanos me now.
boom. Hana, is that your name, Hana?
Yes. Why am I up here?
Hi, how are you? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about anything.
Oh, okay. Hey, I got a question for you. Would you like to go on a date with me tonight?
Sure.
Yeah. Can I take you out to dinner?
Oh my God, sure.
Can I give you some kisses?
Stop being weird.
You think I'm cute?
Okay, you need to do your outro. Stop being weird. Otherwise, I'm gonna drop.
You want to do your outro? You want to do my outro with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Twice emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It was an interesting night. It started off slow. It got super interesting. Things are whatever, but we ended on a really great note. I thoroughly enjoy anytime that we actually get to have this interaction, and I even more enjoy whenever I get to bother my wife, my lovely wife. So with that being said, I am going to take her and go get her some food. We're going to eat dinner and we're going to enjoy the rest of our night. We will see you guys again tomorrow. We will be doing late nights with Santana tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. We're going to raid pickles. Actually, baby, I'm going to drop you down. I love you so much. I'll see you in a moment. Mods, can we put pickles tag in the chat? We're going to raid pickles, guys. We're going to go raid pickles. .gg. Pickles GG. We're gonna raid pickles. We're gonna get pickles a raid. It's gonna be Santana raid for pickles GGs. There it is. Let me go ahead and pin this. Let me pin that at the top. Boom, guys. Let's raid pickles. Santana raid pickles. Santana raid. Let's get there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I love you guys, and as always, peace.